Imagine a world where every person treats others with the same care and compassion they wish for themselves. This is the heart of the Lord's commandment, to love your neighbor as yourself. It's found in the simple moments, a smile exchanged with a stranger, a helping hand offered to someone in need, or a patient ear for a friend going through a tough time. These acts of kindness, no matter how small, have the power to brighten days and heal hearts. When we choose understanding over judgment and generosity over indifference, we build bridges that connect us all. The warmth of human connection can truly transform lives, reminding us that we are never alone. Now let us listen to the following story. On a quiet corner of Portland, beneath the soft glow of streetlights, stood an old bakery called Mia's Oven. Mia, its owner, lived a simple life. Just her, a striped cat, and an old radio that hummed songs from another time. Since her husband's passing 3 years ago, Mia had grown distant from the world. She baked out of habit more than joy, keeping her heart sealed behind the scent of cinnamon and the hum of the oven. One winter night, as rain tapped against the glass, someone knocked on the door. A man stood there, drenched, tired, and shivering. "Excuse me," he said softly. "Do you have any bread left? Just something small for tonight." Mia hesitated. She'd seen many faces like his before, worn, lost, invisible. But there was something in his eyes, a flicker of dignity she couldn't ignore. She wrapped a loaf in paper, then poured him a cup of hot cocoa. "Sit for a while," she said gently. "It's cold out there." He nodded, speechless, his hands trembling around the cup. In that quiet exchange, bread for warmth, silence for compassion, something began to stir inside Mia. A small, fragile light she hadn't felt in years. The man's name was Noah. He began stopping by once in a while, never asking for more than he needed. He would sit on the wooden chair outside the shop, watching the rain fall, his silence both heavy and peaceful. One evening, Mia brought him her late husband's old coat. "Keep it," she said. "It's warmer than it looks." Noah looked up, surprised. "Aren't you afraid of me?" Mia smiled faintly. "I'm more afraid of forgetting how to treat someone like a person." Slowly they began to talk, about small things, about life before the storms. Mia learned that Noah had once been a civil engineer before a series of losses unraveled his life. He wasn't dangerous, just broken. Like her. Through those brief conversations, she realized kindness wasn't about charity. It was about seeing someone, truly seeing them, beneath the dust of their misfortune. Then one morning, Noah was gone. The chair outside was empty, and the silence that followed was deeper than before. When spring came, a letter arrived. The handwriting was shaky but familiar. "Thank you for seeing me as a person. I'm starting over. I'll come back when I can smile again. Noah." Mia read it again and again, her eyes welling with tears. That night, for the first time in years, she prayed. Not for herself, but for another soul. From that moment, something changed inside her. She cleaned the old corner of the shop and put up a small sign. "If you're hungry, tell me. The bread is yours." Homeless faces began to appear one by one. Each loaf she gave away seemed to warm not only their hands but her heart. She realized that loving your neighbor as yourself wasn't a commandment to obey. It was a way to live. Helping others wasn't just about giving. It was about healing her own loneliness. One golden afternoon, as sunlight poured through the bakery windows, the bell above the door chimed. A man stepped inside. Clean shirt, bright eyes, a quiet smile. It was Noah. He had found a job, a small apartment, a new start. "I came back to say thank you," he said. "You made me believe I still could." Mia's eyes glistened. "No, Noah, you did that yourself." From that day on, Noah began helping her at the bakery. Together they created a kindness corner, a small table with free pastries and a note. No story too small, no heart unworthy. Every evening, the bakery glowed like a sanctuary, a warm beacon for anyone lost in the dark. 3 years later, Mia's Oven was more than a bakery. It had become a place of belonging, a refuge where broken hearts found warmth and hope again. One quiet evening, as the day faded, Mia and Noah sat by the window, watching the city lights flicker like stars. "I used to think the world had forgotten me," Mia said softly. Noah smiled. "And I used to think I had nothing left to give. But maybe love isn't something we lose, just something we forget to share." Outside, rain began to fall, gentle, steady, cleansing. Mia glanced at the sign still hanging by the door. "If you're hungry, tell me." She smiled, because she now knew that sometimes love begins not with grand gestures, but with something as simple as a loaf of bread, a warm drink, and a heart that dares to care. As we reach the end of this story, its message resonates with profound clarity. Love, compassion, and empathy are not just ideals. They are the threads that bind us together as human beings. By embracing these values in our daily lives, we create ripples of kindness that extend far beyond ourselves. Each act of understanding and care has the power to transform not only our own hearts, but also the world around us. Let us carry these lessons forward, nurturing a spirit of generosity and acceptance wherever we go. In doing so, we help build a future where everyone feels seen, valued, and supported. Together, we can foster a more caring and understanding world for all.